Who do you think the favorites are in the Elimination Chamber? Just as a refresher, on the men's side, we have John Cena, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, Damian Priest, and Seth Rollins. On the women's side, it's Liv versus Bianca versus Alexa Bliss versus Bayley versus Naomi, and then Roxanne Perez getting her spot with her match on Monday Night Raw. Let's start with the men's side. Who do you believe is the favorite on the men's side?
I just think to keep things going with Punk, as far as the favor he's owed by Paul Heyman / Roman Reigns, I feel like CM Punk is one of the favorites, to the point where we put it in Vegas, Gabe Neitzel, we wouldn't make any money. It would be would that be a 1-3 shot or 1 for 5 shot? Like, we wouldn't make any cash off of that one.
So I still feel like somehow Cena's the favorite, even though I think Punk makes the most sense here. And I think you can also, while building other matches, get Punk over here, because I think you can pay off the favor if you do it in a way where maybe the last 3 are Punk, Rollins, and Cena.
Mm-hmm.
And then Roman Reigns takes out Rollins. And that continues their blood feud, and they can have a blood feud going into Mania, right? Because that makes sense. That you can make that make all the sense in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And then Punk still ends up going over Cena. Cena's a question mark heading into Mania. You can figure something out for him. But then the favor has been paid off, where, Roman Reigns went in to help CM Punk in a way with, Paul Heyman pulling the strings that got CM Punk into the main event of WrestleMania against Cody Rhodes. That's a story I can get behind.
I can go with that. I'm just trying to figure out Cena. If Cena wins, are we looking at Cena Cody?
I mean, it has to be.
I mean,
it has to be.
Do you want that?
Do I want that? I don't want that. I don't need to see that.
Like, eventually we're going to see that. I don't think we'll see it at WrestleMania.
Well, honestly, if Punk's wrestling Cody, I think Punk's going over at Mania.
Well, he should, and that's going to be the case as soon as Elimination Chamber is over. Let's heat this thing up, buddy. WrestleMania is right around the corner. I'm looking at my watch.
Yeah,
let's go.
And that's the thing. And again, then if you want Cena to eventually challenge, like Cena Punk all this time later, yeah, sign me up for that. I think you can make that interesting, because Punk is going to be really good at kind of, even though he's going to be getting some babyface reactions, I think him and Cena can both kind of toe the line of, cutting some pretty good promos against one another. They've shown that they can do that in the past, where, you think about when Punk first won the WWE Championship in Chicago at Money in the Bank, like Punk was getting the babyface reaction, and Cena, even though he's the babyface, they figured that out. So I think they could do that dance again. But I still have just a sinking feeling that John Cena is going to win this thing. And that's just not a story I'm very interested in. Cena versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. I'm just not.
Gabe, that's why they've made Saudi Arabia shows.
Right?
You want to bury that? You want to have that match in Saudi Arabia? I'm sure this going to be a banger, by the way. It's great. Cena ends up losing. But the whole thing is, like, I don't need that on one of the major PLEs. For me.
Yes.
For me. I don't have that nostalgia feel for Cena like everyone else, because I feel like we've seen so much of Cena. When he did leave and come back, it's like, oh, it's good to see him. But it wasn't like me saying, oh, my God, Cena's back. Even Cena knows, like, this is the end.
Because he's come back and he's wrestled a match like every calendar year. Like, he never went fully away the way that we've seen with Rock, CM Punk, some of these other guys that left and came back. Like, there was still a John Cena presence. It wasn't very often, but he let it be known, and he was around enough. I guess I don't care if he wins a 17th championship. That's not something that's super important to me. I just want to see them use Cena to tell important stories, and I don't know what his schedule is like, is the problem right now.